Everyone knows the Indominus Rex, but almost no one has heard about her brother. And what happened to him will leave you speechless. That's right, he didn't die at birth. He had a strange connection with his sister and somehow managed to escape everyone's control. Today I'll tell you everything that's known about him, straight from official sources. And trust me, InGen tried to hide a lot of this. And for those already thinking, oh, but the Indominus probably devoured her brother the moment they were born, forget it. Both were born at the same time in 2012 and no attack happened. The brother survived, disappeared, and his story is bizarre. And we'll dive into all of this right now in today's video. So drop a like and subscribe if this is your first time here. My name's Eric, and let's get into it. To start off, the Indominus' brother was different from her. Instead of white, his skin was black. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. But Eric, how do you even know that? He doesn't show up in the movie. Don't worry, I'll explain everything and reveal details no one else has shared before. Here's the deal. The Indominus Rex only came to life because Masrani Global's CEO, Simon Masrani, gave the green light back in 2008. A lot of people think they were created in the Hammond lab because that's what the Jurassic World website says. But that's only half true. The Hammond lab was open to the public, kind of like a science park. The real Indominus Rex were born inside the field genetics lab, which was strictly off limits. That's where Henry Wu did the heavy lifting, experimenting with hybrids beforehand, like E750, or as we know it, the Scorpio's Rex. That creature was basically the grandfather of the Indominus Rex. Right after hatching, both Indominus siblings had RFID tracking implants inserted into them. These chips constantly sent updates to Jurassic World system about their locations and vital signs. And yes, I know you remember from the movie when the white Indominus managed to tear her implant out. Don't worry, we'll get to that later. But those implants weren't just for tracking. They could also deliver electric shocks if the dinosaurs got too close to other park attractions or perimeter fences. Basically, it was a way to keep them in line, or at least try to. From the day they were born in 2012 until November 2014, almost nothing was known about them. No recorded stories, no genome details released to employees. And the worst part, Henry Wu didn't even share this information with Simon Masrani himself. He once said, "I'm not authorized to reveal the genetic makeup of the assets. Genetically modified animals are unpredictable and may kill people." So it was already clear something shady was happening behind the scenes. And it was serious. And it didn't stop there. Dr. Wu eventually fled Jurassic World in a helicopter, taking all his research with him. That's when he dropped his infamous line, "Our deal is still intact, right?" In other words, there's no doubt he was working with someone else all along, playing both sides while everyone thought he was loyal to the park. That makes one thing clear. Masrani had no idea what was truly being created, didn't know the genetic composition, and wasn't even sure if any of it was ethical. Oh, and about the rumors of human DNA in the Indominus Rex. Don't worry, I'll save that for another video. Between 2012 and 2014, the Indominus Rex siblings were kept in the same paddock, Paddock 11, but not always. At one point, both managed to escape and roam around the park. This part is a real shocker, and while it never shows up in the movies, it is confirmed by official sources. As Simon Masrani himself says in the film, "The very existence of the park depends on our ability to handle incidents like this." That means he didn't want anyone knowing that the original Indominus had escaped, because that would ruin Jurassic World's image. Everything had to look safe, even when the reality was completely different. Now, when I say they escaped, it's a bit more complicated. Technically, they were stolen by a man named Robbie. The exact timing isn't clear, but it's believed to have happened shortly after their birth, when they were still about 2 meters long. And yeah, even at that size, they were dangerous enough to cause massive damage. From the start, the siblings fought constantly. Not over food, but for dominance and intimidation, like survival training times 2. Robbie, Masrani's personal assistant, discovered the Indominus hatchlings soon after they were born. And he came up with a reckless idea. Smuggle them off the island to sell to a mysterious buyer. That plan took him 4 years to set in motion. At the time, the siblings were still in the hatchery, where security was pretty weak. Robbie put them in makeshift crates, used Coelosaurus tracking chips as a distraction, and sped toward the docks in a Jeep. But here's the catch. The Indominus siblings were way smarter than Robbie expected. Just like in the movie, they managed to hide and vanish from his line of sight. Overconfident, Robbie opened the cages, only to be ambushed. The white Indominus pounced on him, ready to kill, but the black one didn't let it slide, attacking the white just to prove dominance. Meanwhile, security realized the Indominus had disappeared. Using the implants, they tracked them heading toward the docks. It was game over. The chip shocked them. They were immobilized and recaptured, then taken back to the hatchery, and finally, locked in paddock 11. As they grew, the fights for dominance got worse. And in the end, the white Indominus killed her black sibling. This story actually comes from an official Jurassic World source, a special LEGO edition considered soft canon. It describes how the siblings behaved and explains the cannibalism we later see from the white Indominus. Some details were changed to make the story more interesting. For example, Robbie stealing eggs instead of fully grown hatchlings. But the LEGO version still shows behavior very close to what we see in the films. Intimidation, power struggles, and that constant tension between the siblings. It even borrows elements from Jurassic Park books and games, making it a mix of everything we know. So, did you know about the story of the Indominus Rex's brother? We already covered him in another video here on the channel, explaining the real reason the white Indominus killed him. Go check it out. Don't leave this video without hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Sending you hugs and see you next time. Bye.